everyone. Good morning. Phew. I almost made it on time. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? Hi, Dar. So I tried to get on here a few minutes earlier, but I attempted it. Oh, shoot. Good morning, Eileen.
Morning.
Hey. So Helen is going to use her phone, and if she can't get her phone volume doesn't cooperate, she's going to try using her computer microphone. So it might take her a few minutes to get in here. So it'll be fun.
I'm sure it will. Are you doing a flashcard this morning?
Oh, yeah, I should do that first. Yes, I will do that first because I already forgot. Thank you.
Wake up, Colleen.
You knew I'd forget. She knows me well. Good morning, Gail.
Hi, everybody.
I got everything ready last night, and I just got to figure out what amount of Citrasolv to water to put in here. And boy, ripping these staples out, that was challenging. I was sweating. That's how I get the staples out.
Do me a favor when you get a chance. Did you get your new stapler?
Yes.
I want to see how that works.
Okay.
And if we all need one.
Okay, we can do that. Good morning, Helen.
Morning, Colleen. I've got to use that other link that you need to send me.
Other link.
Yeah, you need to send me another link so that I can come in on my computer.
Oh, gotcha.
Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly did transfer on fabric.
Whoa, cool.
Hi, Peggy.
And so she did it with a degreaser from the garage. Good morning, Peggy. Fixing your coffee.
That's when she was doing her laundry. She used a degreaser.
Huh.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I'm like, how dirty does he get? Mighty boy, mighty boss. Mighty boss. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Mighty boss degreaser. And I'm going to write that down. I'll write a piece of paper. Mighty boss degreaser. Because I won't remember as usual. Let's see. If I find a normal, if I can find, I'll use this. Can't find a normal pen. All right.
Kimberly, tweet it so we can see it.
Mighty boss degreaser. Yes, that would be great if she could tweet it. And so I'm assuming you use drop cloth, or if you use muslin, that let us know about that too, because drop cloth is thick. Good morning, Pamela and Kathleen. Peggy's getting coffee ready. Hi, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let me grab something to try to stapler with. Yeah, let's see. I think I might have some vellum nearby. If not, I'll go get some. acetate. Let me go grab some vellum. So I'll start off saying I saw some girl on Instagram.
What's your name? That's great. You follow all the what's your names.
Who used this stapler. Oh gosh. And I was like, this is cool. And I was like, I've never seen a staple. I've never seen a staple that doesn't use staples. Just saying.
I bet you that's one of the staples that I used to staple together legal forms.
Oh, okay. Even Tom, after he saw it, he's like, have you used it yet? I want to see what it looks like. Even he's curious. And I'm like, they had 2 different kinds on Amazon. One was more like the staple, like a group of papers together, like kind of a bunch of them. I think this one's probably wouldn't quite do that. Let me put this up roughly.
Why are you drawing a circle?
Yeah, because I'm going to do a little pocket like the girl did and use the stapler.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very poor circle, but it's a circle. Okay. So what she did was she had this decorated, of course, and some vellum. It was really odd is I think you staple it backwards, which is really weird.
Can you go bigger, Colleen, so we can see?
Sure. Okay. All right. So here we go. This is what she did. So you line it up. Did that work? I'm assuming it's this end, but you can't put it in that end. Let me think. Let me try it again. See if I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I'm not putting it in far enough. Again, I always like to do these things on air. Never before did it work.
I don't know. Did it?
It's not working.
Oh, well, I've got to get one of those.
Unless I was trying to figure out if I'm supposed to. Like first, I thought I was supposed to rip this out. You know what I mean? This thing that's in here. But then I couldn't, but it seems like when you slip it in here, well, it's in Japanese. Like I can't read it. Maybe it's here. Let's try it on there. I guess I should go back and watch the video after I ordered it. I'm like, it was something new to order. Let's try this.
Oh, I think we all want one of them.
I think you should. You should definitely get one. Okay, when Tom gets off the phone, I'll have him try to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Tom, can you fix this?
When he gets off the phone, he's in a meeting. I'll ask him to figure this out. It's in Japanese, so like I can't read Japanese.
It probably says sucker in Japanese.
It's not not working. And like I say the packaging, but it's literally totally in Japanese. I don't know. Does anyone here read Japanese?
Well, CB used to live in Japan.
Like I'll hold the packaging up. She can tell me what it says. I was like, I want to see how this works. I'm like, I want to too now. Leave it to me. Oh, hey, I think it worked. Hold on. I just got to stick it in further. It's only doing a little edge. It's making marks. I'll give it that. Hold on. Okay, it's working. All right. I'm going to close. Let me zoom in when I get this in. So yeah, show it all the way in. But the problem is you can't see where you've last used it. So it's not making this stick on here. Do you have to have superhuman strength? Look, it made little autofocus on.
God.
Oh my, it's autofocus at. There we go.
Sorry I asked.
There. Woo!
What the hell is that?
It's mostly stapled, but it's not really stapling. Let's see. Hi, Bootsy. Can you speak? They want to ask if it has staplers in it. It's supposed to be a staple-less stapler. No staples. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I'm just not pushing hard enough. You got okay. If you have problems with your hands, you will not want to order this because you do have to like squeeze really hard to get this to work.
Dee Dee, it doesn't use staples.
Hi, Joy. I know. As stupid as that sounds, it doesn't use staples. That's what I thought would be kind of cool. Okay. It made marks, but it did not adhere this. Look. Hold on. See, it made marks. It's a mark maker. It did not, and it made marks on this, but it did not make it stick to it. How in the heck did that girl get that to stick?
Now we need Kat to send us a link so we all can buy one.
That the brother machine. Okay. I don't get it. I don't know how she made these stick together so easily in the video.
She probably used glue and didn't show you.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Okay, moving on. Tom, I will do run it over with her chair so she can make marks on it. It would be less expensive to do it that way. Just run over with your chair, put it on the floor and step on it.
Colleen,
Yeah.
Yesterday I had this all working. I went on and did a test in StreamYard, and the way I had it rigged up, it was coming through perfectly clear. This morning I get on and it's not the way that I've got it. Can you bring my desktop in so that I can see?
Only thing I see right now is your voice. You don't have a desktop on here at all right now. Your audio only.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe it could be the papers.
There it is. Okay.
There.
So it's still not.
Yeah, it's a challenge, darling. I think actually not a bad view, Helen. We can see pretty most of your desk. Have you got camera settings on?
And I'm also hearing myself in my earbuds.
Can you mute your audio window that you have open on one of them, maybe your computer?
Testing. Still. Hold
We
on.
don't, on our end, we hear no echo.
Testing. Still getting it.
Nice to see you too, darling. I'm going to set my bubble wrap up here.
Testing. Okay. Still. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. Wait, take your time. Everyone's fine. Everyone knows it takes a while. It's the first time doing it. No one's upset. Don't worry about it. So what I'll do when she's setting that up is I'll do the 3 prompts from the flashcard, and then you can play along with us, or you can work on your flashcard that way. So let's do that. All right, are we ready? Boop.
Ready.
All right. Did we do this one already? Crumple paper.
I don't
No.
think so.
No? Okay, cool.
Use that vellum piece you stapled.
I love to crumple paper. Crumple brown packaging paper and add paint, ink, etc., and draw on top. Crumple a patterned paper and glue it down in your art journal, adding other elements drawn, painted, and collaged on top. So she wants you to put this as your base and then do something on top of it. All right, we'll figure out what the rest of it's going to be. All right, crumpled paper. I like, she says crumple instead of, I don't know, what would we say?
Colleen, can you make yourself bigger so we can see what you're doing?
I'll do a 50-50 because Helen's trying to get herself adjusted so she can see. Okay, crumpled paper is the first one. Are we ready? All right. Light pink. All right, we'll go towards the back part now. Ooh, dog. Draw, paint, or collage your favorite dog or dogs. What dogs dream about? Dogs on a walk or dogs sledding? Well, we know what Kimberly's gonna do.
Is everybody going to go see that movie Dog? I can't wait to see it.
For real?
Oh, you haven't seen that? It looks like a funny movie.
No, I haven't seen that. Is a movie called Dog coming out?
Maybe it's called The Dog or just Dog.
I'm gonna hold this up. Oh, thanks, Star. So that's our 3 prompts this week. These are good prompts. These are not like hard to do. Anyway, so I'm happy with these because we've had some doozies. We've definitely had some doozies. So I'm going to read out, while she's working on that, I'm going to read out loud the stuff that she told me that you need if you want to play along now or later. She said get some, if you have some National Geos, but if not, I guess use something else. She had me remove the covers and the staples, and she's so organized that she even sent these to me clipped. So that way it would stay together.
Did you have to get Tom to help you take the staples out, Colleen?
No, I got the staples out on my own, but I was sweating doing it. I was using scissors to get underneath, and then I was using jewelry things, and I started to do this at midnight while he's sleeping, so that was good. And so yeah, I was sweating pulling. These were like huge staples, but I did it.
I have one of these Max staple removers, and it takes them out.
Oh, I'll have to get one of those. Maybe that work better than my staple. My staple is staple.
It looks like my screen is freezing.
I posted the link to that movie Dog.
Oh, cool.
It looks so funny.
You're not frozen now. Then she said to get a fine mist sprayer, preferably like one that has like eyeglass cleaner. Just dump it out and use this. And also to cut sponges up into 1-inch pieces, magic eraser, or there's a Dollar Tree brand. And to have some background stencils, an X-Acto knife, old paint brushes.
Did you cut up some sponges with the little scrubby pads on them?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know if you wanted 1-inch cubes or like this, so I just did both.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you've those you can use to with your stencils, but the scrubbies, the little scrubby pad is what you're going to use the most.
Oh, so you use like the edge for your stencils and the side? No.
No, not on your magic eraser, but on your sponge.
Makeup sponges.
Yeah, no, not makeup sponges. Your cleaning sponges.
Oh, that kind of scrubby. Okay, let me grab that. Kathy got me one, and she went to the one scrapbook thing. Let me find it. I thought I had it in my basket.
It's just a cleaning scrubby cleaning that you get at the Dollar Tree. Hold on.
Colleen, how do you clean your frying pans?
I use a brush. It has like liquid soap and a brush on the end. I don't use like a.
You don't have a sponge. It's sponge on one side and then it's rough on the other side.
Let me get out and look. Let's see.
Dee Dee wants me to zoom in. Dee Dee, I'm using my phone as my camera, so there's no zoom on my phone when you use it.
Okay. I have this. It's like a sponge on one side and rough on the other. I have this. Ew. Okay. I'm out of breath as much as I exercise. After the old paintbrushes, she said use a cookie sheet or something with a lip to catch the liquids off the magazine. Use bubble wrap to lay your prints on.
And that's because the bubble wrap they dry faster because there's air going underneath that bubble wrap.
I was wondering that. I thought I'd make like also a pattern.
I mean, they dry real fast anyway. So, but with the bubble wrap just keeps it up so that it doesn't. And if you're doing two sides, the bubble wrap is going to put the least amount of marks on your page as it's drying.
Flashcard 18. Woohoo, we're on the 18th one already. Then you just need a pan or something or a sink or whatever to put your stencils in, soak them in water, then clean them later. And then she said put paper towels, drop cloth, or like something on your surface. And be careful, they'll drip it on your floor when you go to carry it over and lay it down. So that's. And now, what's the ratio of Citrasolv and water?
There is no ratio. You're pouring pure Citrasolv into the container.
Oh, cool. I wonder where his bazillion little funnels are we bought.
And what I do, what I do is I put to remind myself that which way that I have to look to see which way the spray bottle is spraying. Otherwise, you could accidentally spray yourself in the face. I put an elastic around the bottle so that tells me, look where you're spraying.
Can you put a mark on it with a zig pen?
Yeah, you can, except that when you've got Citrasolv, like I tried on a couple of them, when you've got Citrasolv on your fingers, Citrasolv will eat through acrylic paint.
And
this
your
one
fingers.
This one here, I did put a mark on it with some acrylic paint in it, and it went into the groove of the arrow. So it's a little bit of a mark, but you really need a better reminder than that. Did she find the sponge, Eileen, with the scrubber on it?
I think so. She showed us something.
Okay. How did Ron get? Who knew I was going to be going and eating kitchen stuff today? A pan. This is a sponge on one side and scrubbing on the other.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to work, Colleen.
So what?
I don't
remember. I don't cook.
Yeah.
I like to cook, so I don't have like a high-tech cleaning system.
Look way back in your kitchen cabinet. Maybe have SOS.
I have SOS pads. Those we use on the Tom uses it to clean the oven.
What else do you have that's real like scratchy? Because you're not going to be scrubbing. You're going to be lightly touching, but it does need to have some tooth to it.
This has some tooth to it.
Okay, well we'll try that.
I'll try it.
Yeah,
see.
Try it.
With sandpaper.
Sherry says you don't cook a sponge. LOL.
Listen, hashtag don't like to cook. I cook as little as I have to and as easy as meals as I can. Okay, so, we're ready when you are.
And where's Kathy?
Kathy is not feeling well, so she's not going to be here today.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, no. She's going to miss all the fun.
She's going to miss all the mess.
Yeah, she's going to miss the mess. Let's see. Well, you know how I clipped some pages together in your book, Colleen?
Yes.
The pages that I clipped are normally the pages that you use, because you don't normally use the advertising in the front of the page all the way up to where the advertising stops. You don't
Okay.
normally use those. Did you take the clip off?
No, I didn't. I just ripped the cover off and the staples
Okay.
and left it like you did. I didn't know why you did that.
Okay.
What magazine is that?
This is National Geographic. And you don't use the advertising pages. You don't people think you don't use the advertising pages in the back. So the pages in the middle have a different ink on them. Excuse my voice. They have a different ink on them than the advertising pages.
Really?
So
Wow, I didn't know that. So I just need to rip these off then.
well, you take them off and put them in a different pile, because with the little scrubber, you can use the advertising pages. So
okay, so that's gonna be a different technique. Okay.
yes, put those aside.
I was so worried about preserving them, ripping staples out. I was like, I don't want to mess this up.
Part of the reason that you just don't rip them out and take the staple out is because that little edge of the paper is going to give you a little hinge to pick your paper up by. You're eventually going to cut that off where the staple was anyway, but you'll have a little hinge to pick up. If you just pick up without that, like this, you're going to leave a fingerprint, which you can't avoid anyway if there's no little hinge. So I use the little edge where the staple is, where as a picking up and putting down hinge.
Oh, okay, right here and here. Okay.
Yeah. So other magazines don't have that little hinge. So do you want me to just show quickly the inside, what the inside is going to look like?
Sure.
Some of the things you're going to possibly create with the middle pages.
Okay.
And my camera keeps freezing in StreamYard, so I'm not actually sure if I'm moving. Eileen, am I moving?
I see a piece of. Oh, I see it now.
It keeps freezing.
That's okay. But everyone can follow along if you're freezing.
This is what some examples of what the middle pages are going to look like. And here's two where I used plastic wrap to get these little crinkles.
Oh, that's right. I knew there was one other thing. Plastic wrap. Thank you. I totally knew I was missing something. Did you use the sticky or the non-sticky?
I actually used the bags off of my husband's dry cleaner bags, there's no sticky on it. So
okay, this one has no sticky. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Oh, I like that one has a face on it.
So this is what you're going to get. I'll go faster.
Oh, you're fine.
Anyway, you can see what you get with the advertising pages. You're going to get something similar. These are the 8 pages that I did with the advertising pages. This was a Nexium commercial, a Nexium ad.
Wow.
I don't know what that was, but this one, and it's kind of cool that it leaves some of the image on there. It's there, but it's not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's neat. So there's some advantages to that particular ink, and as long as
so save those pages, and use them for just a little bit different type of look. So you're going to take a couple of pages, and they don't have to be side by side. Like you can take a purple page and mix it with a orange page, and it doesn't really matter. If it has a lot of text, try to pick pages that have the least amount of text on them.
Oh, okay.
And then you're going to take them, and this is what I use. I use, instead of a cookie tray, I found burner covers at the thrift stores, and this is what they look like now. And don't clean them, because what's on here is ink, and it's also grunge that's going to help you get different patterns in other instances. So you just lay them on your cookie sheet, and these trays, the burner trays, are big enough to hold other size magazines as well. So you just lay them on your cookie sheet, and you give them a spray. And if you're working, and for safety reasons, I mean, if you're working in a small area, you know, like I've done this out on my lanai before, but I do it here in a very small studio, you know, craft room as well. So you spray it on, and you're going to give the Citrasolv time, a little bit of time. You're going to make sure that everything's covered. You're going to give it a little bit of time to activate, you know, to do it a little bit of its thing, you know, like 30 seconds, whatever. And then we're going to book them together and set them aside.
Okay.
And wait. And like I have a couple of these trays, so I can just take this and set it aside and let it wait, and then go on to my next one and work here. When I first did this, you know, I did the method that they show on YouTube, and where you take the book and you dump the Citrasolv into the book, and you slam it and set, you know, wait, and there's ink coming out of the book all over the place, and you know, your pages are not, you have no control at all over your pages. And you end up with kind of some good pages and some that are, the ink runs into the gutter of the book, so it's it isn't the greatest way to do it. So then I decided, well, I'm going to take the book apart, and I'm going to try it that way. So I took the pages apart, and I dumped the stuff on it, and I made another mess. And that's when I decided I couldn't dump the stuff anymore, and I sprayed it. I put it into a spray bottle. So now I've got it booked, and it's you know, going to do its thing. What you have to do is you have to kind of check on it, you know, lift your edges every now and then to make sure you got enough stuff in there. And if you don't, give it a little spray, turn it, give it another little spray. And you know, you can do this while you're waiting for your next one. The most that I do at one time is like two or three of these, because when this one's ready, it's going to need to come apart. If you wait too long, it's going to stick.
Oh.
Although that technique, the sticking, I'm going to show you, you know, how I do like how when they stick. So I'm just going to give each little corner another little spray. And I'm going to set it aside for a while, and I'll keep checking it. And when you lift it, and when you see the ink starting to move a little bit, you'll see the image really starting to disappear, and you'll see the ink starting to blend. That's when you're going to start pulling it apart. I can show you while I'm waiting for that, just how Kimberly says, how long do you think? How long do you let it sit? With these, there's really no other pages that I've found that work like the middle of, like these. I have all those that I showed you. Except for the advertising ones, I did not have to use my scrubby on. They dissolved that ink on their own. But it's a matter of just temperature, humidity, everything. And speaking of that, I'm in the middle of I'm going to be getting a severe tornado and thunder shower threat over here on this side of Florida at around 10 o'clock Central. And I have my television on out in the great room on low, so that if the alarm goes off, they put out a signal if a tornado is right over your head. They put out a signal. So I will pause and go do what I need to do.
Okay.
No, Gail, I think it's just pure Citrasolv.
Yes, sorry about the reading chat. It is straight Citrasolv.
Eileen's helping us.
Yes, thank you, Eileen.
Okay, so where do the stencils come into play?
The stencils are going to come into play after your pages dry. You're going to lay down a stencil. Lay down a stencil, making sure that if it's a commercially made stencil, making sure that it's going in the right direction. And you're going to use your magic eraser or Dollar Tree magic eraser and it'll take it right down to white. The magic eraser will take that paint off and take that ink off and take it right down to white.
Right.
So
Good idea, Kimberly.
All right, so spray it now. Let's see watch it happen.
yeah, let it sit there for about 30 seconds and then book it, put it together with the other page.
Oh,
and
switch. Okay.
But don't smush it. Just lay it on top of each other. Citrasolv to Citrasolv. Yes, Kimberly, and a metal tray is the best. And I have one of these that I got from Michael's that I use, and I keep this clean because this gives you the effect of the Smack and Dragon that Dee Dee does. The clear will give you like a more of a different effect.
So now I'm gonna lay this on my bubble wrap.
You've only got one tray, so you're gonna probably set it somewhere on something.
Okay.
You could set it on the bubble. The bubble wrap is for when it's drying. Right now you're in the process. Yeah, set it somewhere where it's not gonna hurt anything.
Okay, because I have. Oh, let's see. Camera down. So I have a table there. So I'm just going to
good. Yep.
Over there. Okay.
Yep. So that's do you want to do a different magazine that I sent you, or do you want to do another National Geographic, or?
I was going to ask you that. You sent me an interesting variety of, he should be interesting. Interesting variety of magazines. Where you get all these, but this is a neat one.
Which one is that?
This is the National Geographic. But yeah, we could do.
Yeah, that's an interesting page.
It's got a lot of color. Okay. So let's see. She sent me. Let's sit there for a second. Some.
Yep. Those are magazines that I get at a food co-op.
Oh.
And Coastal Palette. Coastal Palette is a local a local publication, which is nice, which works good.
This is a really big magazine.
Yeah, and it's free. That's a free
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah, I mean, this is big. I mean, this is twice the size. Oh, sorry, take my autofocus off. This is twice the size of a normal size magazine. Oops, I have it. Oh, hello, it's two-sided.
Yes, it is two-sided.
Okay, we'll try that one next. Let me switch these together. I'll put them together, not smush. Glad you said that, because I would have been like, smush, smush, smush. Okay, let's pick something out of here. Let's see. Are you working along?
I did do one, yep.
Okay.
This is the Coastal magazine, examples from the Coastal palette magazine.
Okay. Let's see those.
Let's see. Yeah. And some of them, each magazine gives you different results.
This is a nice magazine. This is free? How nice is
Yes,
this?
they're free. Here's an example of where I use the stencil. Here's another example of a stencil, how white you can get it with a stencil. And you get most of your ink that you're going to, that you're releasing is black ink. But you can.
But that one's like, you can tell this is different ink. Like this is more of an ad, and this is like part of the article, and it's already like pitting. Does that make sense?
So anyway, this is Coastal palette, and
Yeah, this is a nice book. Wish we had stuff like this.
It's one of those things. Like here's one from Coastal palette. That's a good one.
Ooh,
another one.
that almost looks like 4th of July. Okay, let's see. Where's the other one you sent me? I like this little girl with her splashing in her boots. Let's see. Pizza. Ooh, this should be fun. This has got a lot of color. I'll try this one.
The other one that I sent you was this one here called Chilled magazine, and it's a magazine for bartenders and bar owners and people interested in bars.
Oh.
And here's some of the stuff. Like here's a little bit of stencil. I just did lightly with a stencil.
How do you remember what magazine you use by looking at the already done pages? I don't know how you do that.
Well, some of the magazines, some of them don't have the back done of them, and I can see the name of the publication. And then I use these little removable stickers, removable label, index file folder things. And they stick right on, and I just group them all together.
Oh, gotcha. Oh my God. You're good. All right, there's
Like here I used those little those little daubers on a stick, 2 of them, to get kind of this bokeh background effect.
I remember
This one I took, with sponge and just muted it back.
And wipe your fingers off too, because
yes, keep your fingers. Here's a good one.
wipe
Wipe your fingers so you
Yeah,
And that's the dish pan beside you is kind of handy for that too.
yeah.
Otherwise, boy, the ink gets on underneath your fingernails.
Yes, I have a bowl of water nearby and like a paper towel. Clean your fingers in between.
Here's a good one.
So do you do anything with them, or do you just like to look at them as art by them? They are art. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I like to look at them as art on their own. Yes, and then I have painted on them. I've gone in and put ink on them, and painted on them, and
Oh, I like that. So you painted oh shoot, what is that?
a seahorse, and then a egret, and then I have framed them. I have this one, which I hope my computer keeps freezing. I have this one that I've framed, and you can frame them. You can hang them in your house. You can give them as gifts.
Wait, bartender ones. Oh, thicker pages.
And you can blow them up and frame them, so they make beautiful enlargements. You can send them off and have gallery wrapped canvases done of them.
Hi, Sophia.
You can collage on them, even as enlargements.
She's excited that you're on with us.
Oh, that's nice. It's Picola in the wild. Yes, Picola in the wild.
Picola in her natural habitat.
The other thing you can do is what I try to do. I try to make copies rather than using the originals. But you can just take them and photocopy them like this, and then do two more on the other side, and you end up with some nice paper to use in your journals or your books that you make, or journals. Here's a good one. And for the most part, they don't stick together like that one did. Once they're dry, they're dry.
All right.
And these are all from that chilled magazine.
This one I got from the Women's Voice magazine.
Okay, now that one, everything other than the middle of the Citrasolv, you have to use your scrubber on
these because it's an advertisement.
No, because it's a different type of magazine.
Yeah, it actually is thinner because I can already see like it's like where it's wet, or I really couldn't see that on the National Geographic.
Yeah, the National Geographic, mine isn't moving hardly at all, and it's the middle of the book, so and you can collage, put stuff on them, and enhance them.
It works on other stuff besides National Geographic, she said, but you have to use a scrubber.
Yeah, it works on all kinds. In fact, I'll show you some other. This is a magazine called Dive, and I originally purchased it because I wanted the reference photos. They were underwater turtles and things like that. That's the magazine, and here's 2 pages that came out of it.
Oh wow,
These are the only 2 that I've done out of this magazine, but I'm going to do 2 more, which are, let's see, I'm going to do these 2 pages at some point. But yeah, spray it with these, spray it on, give it 30 seconds, then take your little thing and just lightly, you'll see how you don't have to really, you just have to touch it a little bit to help. You're helping the ink, and where there's text like this, you got to give it a little bit more help, and then you put your 2 pages together and you wait. You make sure that they're making good contact. You're going to have them separated like this, or you can take them out and keep them as, one page. You're going to have them like this. You're going to give it, make sure, and then you're going to pull it apart. And in this instance, this is an example where I took it like this, and I went like that. My arm went just like that, and you can see the movement in the ink versus.
Okay, so I should be able to take the first one that's not the National Geographic, and it should be working already.
It should be. Mine has started just a little bit. Give it some more spray, Colleen, and maybe flip it over if it's.
Okay, it's starting to. This one just did.
That's okay. That's out of that with, yeah, see, it is. If you take your little sponge and you help it, touch it here and there, spray, give it another spray, another misting, and then touch it with your sponge, and then rebook it.
Okay.
Put it back together.
Oh, I see it moving.
Yeah, very lightly.
I mean, I go overboard? What?
Yeah. Did you give it another spray?
I did.
Okay.
Cool. I like that.
Okay. When you get done, doing your little scrub thing, just give it another spray and put it back together. What Colleen is using is she's using these, she's using this book here. That's one of the books that Colleen's using. Have you got enough spray on there, Colleen?
I don't know.
It sounds dry.
That's moving better. I like that. Pink.
And before you put them to make sure you've got, enough spray on there for the both, so that they're nice and wet.
Okay. Put it on it and move it off. Okay. These are fun.
So let's see.
I like scratching it. That's fun. It makes it when you get to participate, not just let the chemicals work.
Right. this is a magazine called La Vie Claire, which is it's a gorgeous magazine, and I paid it to try it, but I did try 2 pages. This is some of the images that you get in that magazine, and this is what I did with them to get this look.
Have you ever tried this on books? Is it book then any sort of book paper? Is it just magazines?
I've only tried it on magazines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see. This next one, which I didn't send you any of these because you probably have some. This one is called, well, let me show you the pages first. Here's some of the pages from the next magazine I'm going to show you.
Okay.
And it's a different look. It doesn't take everything. You could take everything off, but I kind of wanted to leave some of the things on there. And for example, this page came out really good, and it's from Artful Blogging, which you probably have.
Oh, I remember that. I have that. It's an old one. And you tried that one. Cool.
Yep. And then these pages. Those pages came from Somerset Studio.
Let's see. Got one more of these, and then I got my National Geographic. So see what they're doing.
Yeah, mine is just starting to move.
Ooh, I like that. It almost looks like abstract art. Like
Now, what is that you did? That's good.
I don't know. I've lost track of what one that came out of. It had food stuff, so it might have been a food one.
Oh, it's probably coastal palette.
But I like how that bottle looks. Ooh, that's really getting fun in there. Okay. I'll stick them together again. Oh, wrong side.
Hi, Dot.
These are really wet. Okay. Let's see how this is doing. Wait a minute, wash my hands.
So yeah, that one that I pulled like this, it gave you a direction for the ink. It showed you how you pulled the ink off. And then this is an example of where when you pull it, you're going like this. You don't go like this. You're just taking it and taking this top page, and you're slowly, and that's how you get all of these ridges, is by just making the ink
slowly peel apart.
Yes, slowly just work it back and forth, and then you pull it all the way off. Peggy's watching while she makes her grandson a birthday card and wrap his presents. Oh, that's nice, Peggy. Do you have enough stuff on there, Eileen? I mean, Colleen?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because
Yeah.
it's hard to tell because like you just can't tell the magazine's wet. Wow, that's not even moving at all yet. Okay.
If you scrub it too hard, you're gonna those marks will stay in there, which sometimes that's good and
sometimes it's not, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyone other than Kimberly doing this?
Oh, that's looking cool.
Oh, that come out good.
That's the one I just sprayed. It's stuck together and they're pulled apart.
That is cool. Looks like eyeballs.
Oh, that looks cool.
See, and then you can set it aside, and I use a file folder to kind of help it dry if I want it to dry. And then if I want to add more texture, more to it, dry it just a little bit, then flip it over and put it back in your pan, and then pull it up. That's if you want to change. If you don't like what I like, what you've got on there, but if you wanted to add more, let it dry a little bit, and then flip it over and put it back in the pan, and then pull it off quick, and it'll add. And when your pan gets, nice and grungy, that's when you get when you do that.
Ooh, look at that.
There. Oh, you see, you added more.
No, I smushed it.
Did you smushed it back together?
Yeah.
Yes, that looks good.
Cool. And now the little face is a little less obvious. I mean, this part, here's my spray. This part right here doesn't look like it's doing anything right there. I feel like that's the only part that seems right there and there. Yep. One side, Colleen. Keep using the sponge side, not the scrubby side. Maybe up here. It's funny how parts of it didn't move yet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It must have really missed.
So now are you gonna close it back together and okay.
Yeah, let's try. Ready? Oh,
That's cool.
that look like a face in the middle, and ears, and eyes. Whoa, that's cool. I'm gonna leave it. I can do another. I'll let it open up, let it dry. See what the National Geographic's doing here. It's not doing much.
So this is a magazine. Tanya McGuire gave me some magazines, and this one is called Bead Trends. Let's see. So I've done a couple of, and it's pictures of jewelry, and it's a smaller publication, pictures of jewelry and stuff like that. So I've done a few pages out of that, and I didn't want to lose the effect of the jewelry, so I just kind of, you know, did it a little bit, and these came out good.
This did turn out good. Oh, that's cool. This is the National Geo.
Yeah, see now how you got those lines? When you pulled it, and the lines are good. When you pulled it, you made those lines.
Gosh, that's neat. And there's that's all bubbled.
And then
I
she gave me.
I did this once, and my Citrasolv hit the trash, and I said, "I love you, Photoshop."
Tanya gave me a copy of this, which some of you may have. It's Belle Armoire. It's also got some beautiful images in it, and this is what I got out of that magazine.
Oh, I like that one with the rays. Oh, that's pretty.
Colleen, try one of your Somerset Studio magazines.
Let's see. I'll try. I have some like sewing ones. A long time ago. I'll try those too.
Then these are out of, and I'm going to show you, are out of, what are they? I think they're out of Bazaar and something else. But this is an example of where you can just use the Citrasolv and remove, refine the edge of an image and just
with the girl, you just buffed her and left her.
Just buffed her and left her face. And here I went in with a stencil. This is a cover of a Martha Stewart magazine, which came out pretty good. It's the cover, and I liked how it grunged it up, and you can still tell it's flowers, but it's and this is another example of buffing out the pages, buffing out the edges to leave the image. Like there was words and all kinds of stuff on here. This one I went back in with a stamp. Here's another one where I buffed out everything except what I wanted, so that I can, you can go back in and do stuff to it. Let's see. Here's just some Martha Stewart's that they're real grungy, but yet they give you kind of a different effect. What I do with some of the pages, out of magazines, is I put them into a gallon Ziploc. I'll rip them up and put them into like text out of Martha Stewart or stuff like that. Put them into a gallon Ziploc bag. And here's one where I just aged it a little bit. here's one where I went in with the sponge dauber and created all these circles, and then I did this one to kind of look like pebbles or stones. Here's another one with circles, stones, and here's one with a Martha Stewart magazine. I just took everything out except for the little cover of the Martha Stewart magazine. But I put the scraps into a plastic Ziploc bag, and then I spray the citrus, and I call it just a smudge bag. I spray the Citrasolv into this plastic bag, and I take it and I scrub them together like this, and I mix the whole bag together, all different kinds of. I'll try to find it. And it just gives you all kinds of pieces of different pieces. You know, it takes the text off, and it gives you different pieces to use for collage or whatever you want to use them for. This is a good example of how when you pull the paper, what I did with this one, you know, I took the top and I created all of these little ridges, but yet it left, you know, the little bubbles on the edge. Thank you, Kimberly. I bet Kathy didn't want to mess up her pretty nails. Yeah, because you do get your nails very inky.
All right, I'm grabbing a fan. Woo! Stinky. I open some windows and grab a fan. P.U. All right. If you want to try
Veranda. If you have Veranda magazine also works too. Veranda is another beautiful magazine that you get a lot of black ink, but you know, you do get some good images out of it. Which I love this one. This is one where I put it back down in the pan, and it lifted up everything that was on the pan. That grunge came up, and this is probably one of my favorites because it's very pastel in the background, and the grunge is still there. Bizarre kind of gives you. Here's one where I got these two faces left, and I just went in with some stencils. Here's a shoe that came out kind of cool. It didn't take any of the shoe, but you can just kind of age them, make them look vintage a little bit. So try all kinds of net. You know, try everything. As long as it's got a little bit of gloss to it. You know, the way they make magazines, sometimes using that soy ink, it's like a dry feeling when you touch the magazine. Like it isn't a finish to it. It's a natural type of feeling, and those don't work hardly at all. Let's see. Here's some examples of just random stuff. This is a Joann's flyer. Those work. This was a travel brochure that I got in the mail. This was the perfume. I forgot the name of it, but you get a cool effect on that. Here's another perfume ad where I left the Misty where I left the little perfume bottle. These come out of this. Those are pages like this. Out of this cookbook. There's another one out of that cookbook.
Yeah, that's she can't do anything about it. It freezes and then it comes back because she's on her phone and she's also got storms heading her way in Florida.
Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. This is out of some magazine. This is out of a book. This is out of those flower books. This is out of a yachting magazine. This is out of Cooking Light. It's out of Good Housekeeping. It's a cover of Better Homes. These are images from flyers that I get in the mail from a pool company. So that's different. Everything from Joanne's flyers to let's see. Oh.
Yeah, the black and white work good or just color is better?
Black and white will work. You just have to, I assume you mean black and white with photo or text? Yeah, that will work.
Otherwise, I have to smush something on top or I don't.
That's out of.
This is out of the artful blogging.
Yeah, you do have to move that ink with a sponge, with a dot, with a thing.
Okay.
These that I'm showing you now are, these are the ads that you get in the flyers. I'll show you. Let's see. For example, this was a Burger King ad. They're all like 12 by 12 or 11 by 12.
Guys.
So here's the back of the image. It isn't exactly like the others, but I could go in there with another layer of grunge and
Let me open the back door you got. They come in here and they're sneezing.
Oh no.
They come in here and then they start sneezing.
Here's where I went back in on one and put a little bit of grunge. I like this one. So yeah, try all kinds of things. Thank you, Gail.
Let's just see. Have you done two different ones?
Yep, you can put two different. Sometimes the ink from one will transfer over to the other one. You're welcome, Brooke. Thank you very much for saying that.
ready to move yet. That's so exciting. See what happens when you put like a black and white and then like a colorful one together.
I hope Kathy's okay.
And she's got some meds, so she should be feeling better soon. I'm gonna lay those aside a second. All right, let's look at these. Ooh, look at that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's like looks like people on each side.
Looks like bones.
Or bones, seashells. Oh, that one's neat. Okay, I like this one. This one was the bartender magazine. A bartender?
Yeah. Is it
Bartender.
chill?
Yeah.
Yes. That one. Oh, that gives you some good images from that magazine.
Yeah, she's not feeling well today. Let's see this one. Not that impressed with this one. Try this again. That one's smearing on the back. Use the back and the front if you like it. Oh, there you go. That's better.
Yeah, that looks better.
The egg one. Yeah, it did not turn out as colorful as what I thought it was going to be.
But you can let it dry a little bit and then slap it back down in your tray to add a little bit more to, add a little grunge to it if you wanted to.
Okay, so whatever you do, it's not you can mess it up at any point. It's never permanent. So what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's you think about it, how much it's maybe a magazine that you were gonna throw away or recycle. So you're not really other than the cost of the Citrasolv, it's not that expensive a hobby, and you end up with some great papers and sometimes something that's worth framing and, you know, giving to a friend or as a gift. So it's,
I want to know what Colleen's going to do with these pages.
Ooh. I like that one
that's
better.
cool.
Yeah, I like it better. It says spray it more, rub it, and then squish it more. I don't know.
Well, you could collage on them. You could fold them up and use them in a signature, in a book or a journal.
You could just cut them up into like slices.
You could cut them up into slices, rip them up into pieces.
Because now they've had the Citrasolv on it, they would, I'm going to lay these on a bubble wrap, they would stick better.
Yep. And the ink is permanent. The only thing you can move that Citrasolv with is more Citrasolv. So you can, you know, water, whatever on it. It'll take it.
Cool. Okay, let's do this one again. This one's starting to get cool. Now, if the top part isn't, because it's got the handwriting, but the bottom is good, you just rip off the top if you don't like it and just use the bottom part. Because the bottom part was cool. The top part was just a boring, you know, words or, you know, or advertisement, you know what I mean? So.
Right. And, you know, you can when you rip them up, you can put them into a plastic bag and use it for a smudge bag and put others in and mix the ink in the plastic bag and you get all kinds of crazy.
That's a neat idea. Bag full of color. Just smush them together from one to the other if you really
Yeah. You know, rub them in that bag and smudge them, and you get all kinds of good little scraps.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, could make cool washi tape. Washi, sorry. That's true. Let me get some clean water in my bowl.
Oh, and remember we were talking about the press and seal? Teresa said that Jennifer McGuire has a video where she did that technique, you know, of using the press and seal on the back of her die things to make
so when can I add plastic wrap to this one?
With the plastic wrap, you really need one that is dark and has a lot of color, and so that the marks that the plastic wrap leave will really show up. So you need to pick a page that has a lot of dark on it.
Okay, dark page for that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you pick a dark page, you spray it and then put the plastic.
Spray it and use your scrubber. And then you know, give it a little time to work, and then lay your plastic wrap on and either put another page on top of that plastic wrap or a book or something. Oh, you're welcome, Kat. Thank you for saying that. You know,
so was the stencil so we do this so we have a pattern with the spray?
The stencil is after your page is dry, completely dry, you put your stencil down and you use your magic eraser and you lift out the image.
Okay, let's try it.
I mean, you lift out the ink and it
lifts it. Two more to do and I'll try that. I'll do that next week. Finish these up. Okay, I see what you're saying. I want to see where Mr. Clean comes into place. Oh, that's neat. And you can still see a little bit of the walruses right here.
Yep, that's cool.
So I'm going to leave that because I wanted to leave some of the walruses on there. So I'm going to leave that. That turned out cool. All right, this one and one other. And I'm going to try the Mr. Clean. Let's see how this one looks. I might call that one done. Kind of looks, okay, I see several things. Kind of looks like a creature that he's drooling. And it also kind of looks like a planet. So it's like a craters or galaxy.
Yeah, it does. Or a map almost.
Okay, I'm leaving that one. I like that one. Okay, let's see how this is the one I was trying to do color, right? Me too. Color on black and white just to see what happens. He has a gnarly looking face, that's for sure.
Oh, that guy looks great.
He looks better now, doesn't he, though? Essence of spiky hair, dude. All right, clean my fingers. This is my last one now. I want to try using Mr. Clean and the stencil. It sounds like fun. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so you saw that was the spiky hair dude, right? So now you can kind of see the purple. That's the purple that's left in his hair. Oh, I kind of like the splotchy words showing in here. A little bit of text, and then she just ended up being really dark. Mostly.
Oh,
really,
yeah, I see it. Yep. You can still see it, but she's real muted.
She's really muted, but I really actually like how he turned out. I like the little bits of paper showing. Let me get my auto off on, whatever it is. Hold on. I always forget. You can't see nothing until I turn that back on. Yeah, so I like the fact that you can see the lettering and stuff. It's showing up. There, maybe. There. You can kind of see it there. So you can still see like some of the writing in that, but that's really neat. Two different looks, and she's still...
That looks like 3D.
I think he's improved.
And the ink that you release, it's like watercolor. It always dries lighter. These are some others from a local magazine, but this is what I was talking about. When you leave it on and it sticks, it gives you this, which I like this effect a lot. It gives you this, this is an example of where I lifted used a stencil. This was a pizza ad, and I used a stencil to lift that off. But here's a good example of where it leaves. It puts down a different kind of grunge, and it leaves the text and just a little bit of the image. Here's another one that's came out good, which I like a lot. This was the back cover of it, and
I see what you're saying about the sponge. Like you're kind of determining the streaks and stuff. I kind of see what you're saying now.
Yeah, with that one you are. If you get the other ones, it's going to be easier. You know, you're going to dab up and down instead of rubbing. It'll be easier. It'll be easier to loosen that ink with the other one.
Okay, better scrubbers, people.
But that's going to be cool. I like how the girl's face is still on there a little bit on that. That's going to be cool.
Let's see.
Oh, wow, that is nice.
That's awesome. Now, I kind of obliviated them, but then she's still left a little bit right here.
I like the blue and the coral orange, whatever color that is. It's pretty.
Oh, that's nice. Let me back the camera out a little bit. Let's see. Where am I at? There. Yeah, you can really, that's pretty cool. It's really like making, I mean, you can use the imagery and play it up, or you can use it almost like people are doing, you know, the collage fodder. I mean, you could essentially make this your collage fodder paper.
Yes.
If
Yes,
you look
could.
here, you can still see her. And you can still see her. And it kind of looks like now she's standing and she's like has in water or a little puddle.
Right. Yep, it does. That's pretty. That's very pretty.
It's like she's
See, that would be, imagine that, you know, blown up to, you know, a bigger size on a canvas. That would be beautiful. Here's the sponges that I cut up. You know, you get these 2-pack, 3-pack at Dollar Tree, and that's
okay. The one with the hard green scrubby.
yes.
Okay. Yep. Now I know what to look for. Okay, so let's do, okay, first I'll wet this and then this one and do the saran wrap on the dark one you said.
Yes.
Come on. Like cloggers, like things like that one's work. Get in there. There. On the dark one. Okay, so it's some saran wrap. And do we want to make wrinkles in it or just put it on there flat?
Is that the one, okay, the saran wrap goes on a new, the saran wrap goes on after you spray it for the first time.
Oh, it's too late?
Yeah, on that page, yes. So you,
okay,
you
let
would
me do another one then. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's just smush it on itself and see what happens.
But look for backgrounds of different images. I mean, you can just, they're perfect for adding flowers or something.
That looks like an elephant.
Colleen's does?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it does kind of.
I see a bird. It's like, I kind of see a bird. You see an elephant. I see it.
Oh, I did. It doesn't look like one yet.
I squished it. Let me squish it this way. Squish it the other way.
Looks like an X-ray.
Now you have 4 of the same images. Interesting. So what's the brush for?
The brush is just if you wanted the paint, the ink to go in a exactly, if you wanted it to go in a definite direction.
Okay, so say you're gonna do that, and let's
or if you have had a very small area that you needed to release the ink around, like let's say you were going around a flower, a very tiny brush would come in
Hi,
handy
Johnny.
for that. Hey, Johnny.
This kind of looks like it could make like little ATCs out of this one way I folded it. All right, let's do. Okay, so we got a spray one that we haven't done, and then a dark one, and then lay the plastic wrap on it and let it sit.
Yeah. Let the citrus, spray it on. Let this, use your sponge on it a little bit, and then crumple up your plastic wrap, lay it down, and then put a book on it or something, just like if you're doing a plastic wrap technique on acrylic ink or something. Do you have enough stuff on there, Colleen? Maybe you got to let it sit a little bit.
Patience. What's that? What's that? I don't have any of that. Hi, Johnny. All right, let's do. We'll let that sit there a second before I stick the plastic wrap over it. Let's do this one's out of the art blogger. Or artful blogging. Let's see if we can do a stencil on this one. I'm gonna get some ink on my fingers. And
another one, if anybody has any of these.
It's going to drive me nuts. Sensible. All right, let's do this.
If you have any of the older Birds and Blooms magazines,
I have those.
the old ones had a different type of ink and a thicker page than the newer ones, but you can get the ink to release on them. This was actually a cover of one of the newer ones. And this shows you what you get if you use a page from the newer ones. See how light it is, and but you can. I wanted to leave the bird on there, and so I just put some around the edge. Here's a hummingbird that came out really good, I think.
Oh, that looks nice, Colleen.
Oh, I like the stencil. Oh, I love the hummingbird.
So yeah, these older Birds and Blooms magazines work good.
Who knew? Dryer. Oh, it's fun to do that. That's cool. Put that over here. Okay, let's see if this is going to move yet. And it's starting to move a little bit.
Is that out of National Geographic, Colleen?
Yes.
That's a lot of scrubbing for that one to.
I'm gonna put the plastic wrap on.
It doesn't look like it's releasing the ink very well. That's the only thing.
It's starting to. I got little. If you look close, I have it's got little.
Oh yeah, little bubbles.
What you want to call it? Pits.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you that's very nice.
She is a good teacher, and I get to play, which I like. Ooh, it's gonna be neat. Okay. This bunch it make like a little. So then I leave this dry or pull it off right away?
No, I would let it dry because that ink still has a ways to go. I can tell by the way you were scrubbing it, it still has to do something.
All right.
But I would put another magazine on top of it to weight that down.
Okay, weight it down. Okay. They dry pretty quick over here.
They do. They dry very quick, which is good because you can make tons of them. That's how fast they dry.
Okay, what's the X-Acto knife for?
Oh, that was if you needed to cut. If you can't get the staples out, or if the book isn't coming apart. So you know how sometimes when you rip a magazine apart, you get that rough edge. No matter, you break the spine of it, and still you get a rough edge. If you need to cut it out, that's what the X-Acto knife comes in handy for.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. Some of these.
And you can use little words and phrases. Cut those out and use your Citrasolv on them. And then I did that. Kathy Berg showed how she made the edge stitch with those scissors. And so I just clipped the edge, and I thought that came out really cute to make like a little stitched label edge thing.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, the first thing, I usually, when I get magazines at thrift stores, I go through them, make sure there's nothing in there that I want to save, because I have done that before. I've gone and used Citrasolv on a page, and then it turns out it was on the back of it was something I really, really wanted to
that makes sense. Look at it thoroughly and make sure that you don't mess something up you're going to regret. That makes sense. Here's one I did little splatters. These look like little mountains and little trees in the background. And so I splattered on them, and then I went in and painted these little penguins, 3 penguins and the little baby. Oh, cute. So you made sure you went around and left the penguins.
Yeah, no, I'm upside down.
Maybe I get things moving first.
Yeah, you could take a background like this and just lay anything on it, and it would be. Here's a bird I cut out of a Birds in Bloom magazine that I was trying to find a page for. It's so hard because my computer keeps freezing. There it goes. But yeah, they make beautiful backgrounds for anything. All kinds of different types of collage stuff. Here's an example of how the stencil, the magic eraser, takes that ink right off and leaves you with a nice image.
You ever use Oprah Winfrey?
I've never tried Oprah Winfrey magazine, I don't think.
Well, I can tell you the National Geographic the ink is different because it's a lot harder for me to
move, which normally isn't. Normally it's, it takes longer, but you just spray it on and you don't have to give it that much work with the spot normally. So I don't know.
My sprayer is like not liking the Citrasolv anymore. It's like I have to keep pushing it back up. Or pulling it back up. There we go. Now it's starting to. So you get an arm workout.
See, and that's I'm not understanding why it's not moving as much, because try the do you have a Somerset Studio magazine? Try a couple pages in Somerset magazine and see what happens.
Okay. Maybe it's my scrubber.
I think it might be, because it looks your scrubbers looks like it's absorbing the Citrasolv.
At least my feet. It might be absorbing it. That side's starting to move.
And you gotta when you spray it on, give it a minute to activate before you start scrubbing it. Oh, and Gail says, what year are your National Geographics from, Colleen? Somewhere it said, and not all National Geographics work. The ones from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, don't even bother buying them. They don't work. You want something between, like I've done 1995 to 2007. And those are what the images that I showed you in the beginning. That's what those images were from, those years.
Okay, these are whatever you sent me.
I sent you 2001, which should be working, which tells me it's either you're not putting on enough Citrasolv and letting it sit long enough, or your scrubber thing is not working correctly.
Colleen, take this scrubber thing downstairs and bake it like Sherry said.
Because here's the two that I just did with the National Geographic, and it took a while to get the ink to come up, and I did have to use a sponge a little bit, but not anything like what you're doing at all. And the ink completely released itself. And then the Somerset Studio that I did is.
Let me go look at one other spot where you can have sponges.
The Somerset Studio worked fine as well, which you got to use your scrubber a little bit more than. But so I think it's your scrubber, and maybe that you're not letting the Citrasolv do its thing before you start scrubbing. Eileen, are you going to get any of this bad weather that's coming through?
No, not at all. It's going east from you.
Yep.
Not south.
Not south. That's good.
I don't even think it's going as far down as where Johnny is.
No, probably not. No. Did you guys buy a lot of stuff at Johnny's sale?
Oh, I never buy at Johnny's.
You did too. I was lurking for a while. I saw you buy something. Gail, I'm just outside of Pensacola in Florida. in the panhandle.
I had some. I had to get a ladder and look up at the very top of the cabinet. I can't see.
What do you have? What are you talking about? Do they have scrubbers on them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. There you go.
Lordy. That was a lot of work. Okay. I'm gonna get a ladder. It's like I can't reach up there.
I'm gonna let's see.
Is there anything else I needed to try?
The magic eraser through the stencil after one of yours is completely dry. I think that's it. I'm going to stop my camera so you can go big.
Okie dokie.
Gail, I'm down south. I'm in Boca, southeast, just above Fort Lauderdale in Palm Beach County. Oh, Gail, that is a nice area.
Which magazine is that, Colleen?
Artful blogging.
Okay. So you don't lay the stencil on now. You
do it when it's dry.
After it's dry. It doesn't look like the ink is releasing on there.
Parts of it is.
Okay. Yeah, did you spray enough on there?
Sorry, that's my phone that I'm not answering.
That's okay.
My phone is not answering.
Colleen's going to use some of these pages and cut things out in her scan and cut.
Oh, that's an idea. How's your switch working, Eileen?
Works good.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that. Looks like mountains. Doesn't it look like a mountain?
Yeah. Looks like mountains with a horizon line and mountains reflected in water.
That turned out cool. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I like that. Okay, that's unbelievable. It came out like that. I mean, it didn't come out like anything like I expected it to.
Is this artful blogging as well, Colleen?
Yes. I mean, that would be the same paper as what's in
Somerset?
Somerset, yeah. It would be the same paper. Maybe let's sit there a second. Hi, baby. Someone out there?
So yeah, Teresa said that the press and seal stuff does that, picks up the little bits and pieces, and so that you can use those in how, you know, in the way that they're die cut.
Yes. Jennifer McGuire did it.
Yes. I went and I tried to find the video where she did it, and I couldn't find it. I did find Simon Hurley using it in another way.
Teresa said it's on Jennifer McGuire's. It's called paper piecing.
Yes, and I Googled. I went into her channel and searched paper. Wow, that's cool, Colleen. I searched paper piecing and press and seal paper, and I couldn't find the video. But she did have a guest on her channel, and that used the press and seal. She used it in a different way. She had her collage laid down. You know how she had exactly as she wanted it, and instead of taking a picture of it to remember how she had placed each and everything, because she was ready to start gluing, she took the press and seal and she pressed it over the stuff that she wanted to collage on. And then that picked up her image, you know, her bits that she was going to put on as collage. And she turned it over and she put glue on those bits. And then she flipped it back over and pressed it down. So it was a way to keep your collage bits all together the way you want them.
Can you send me that video when you know where?
That's a good way of promoting her husband's product.
Yeah, I mean, I think she had like maybe when I just searched press and seal on her channel, I've got, I think, like 20 videos came up.
Oh. All right. So this is dry. So let's do stencil on top. What do I do?
You lay the stencil down. If it's a commercially manufactured stencil, you got to lay it down, you know, with the way it's supposed to be laid down. And then you take your magic eraser, which I don't know if that ink is dark enough to show what you're going to do, but you're going to just take your magic eraser and you're going to rub off that image.
With it dry?
Yes. Take your little magic eraser and just spray on just the smallest amount on that magic eraser. Just a little bit. And then use that to rub over your stencil.
That's a nice stencil.
Thank you. It's an old one. Wow, that's cool.
And you see how it does chew up your magic erasers, which is why the Dollar Tree ones that are 2 for $1 are the best deal. And when you're done with that stencil, that's why you keep a dishpan of water next to you. You're going to put that stencil right into the dishpan so that it doesn't, it doesn't hurt, so that the Citrasolv won't harm that stencil at all.
I guess it would have to be a good quality stencil.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't think it's going to hurt this. This is like a crafter's workshop. That's cool. There you go. That worked.
That worked. Yep. See, and if the ink was darker, it would be more, there'd be more contrast, but that worked fine.
Sure did.
That's nice.
What's it made of? I don't
I
know.
forgot the name of the foam that the magic erasers are made out of.
It's what you use to clean your bathrooms or just a household cleaner thing. Okay, I'll use this one. They sell me in the United States that they're by, she said they have them at the Dollar Tree, but they're by Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I don't know what the name is. Dollar Tree does carry Mr. Clean, but you get one for $1. The other brand you get 2 for $1.
Yeah, I buy mine at like Sam's or Costco. You get a big
Yes,
box.
Costco has a good price on them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get an assorted amount of, I know it's one of them I bought an assorted amount of them, like one for the kitchen, one for the bathroom. You get an assorted box.
Someday we'll get a Costco over here. I have to go all the way to Mobile to go to a Costco.
Ooh, cool. Oh, I like it.
We had a Sam's, but they closed down years ago.
Oh, you don't have Sam's over there?
No, we had Costco.
Really?
They did close a whole bunch of Sam's here a few years ago. Mine stayed open, but like one Tom used to go to closed.
We've got a Sam's, but no Costco.
We
We got BJ's, but I prefer Sam's.
Okay, let's get back to this one.
I find that Costco's is a lot cleaner than Sam's was.
Yes, Costco is, yes.
I agree.
Yes.
It is cleaner.
I
But
love
then,
Costco.
And then again, I won't even walk in a Walmart. Ugh,
We have a
so
good
dirty.
Walmart. We have a really good Walmart over here.
Yeah, ours is not so good. I don't go in there. It's not so good, that's for sure. Let's try this. Just depends where you live. Just depends on who shops there. But if yours is nice, I would go there because you save a lot of money.
Yes. And they have drive up, pickup service.
That's true. Then you wouldn't have to go in.
That's where I get my cat litter, and it's, I buy it like 3 crates at a time. They just
because Sam's is owned by Walmart. So, oh man, that's cool. Wow, that's neat. Rubbing that ink off with a stencil. I like that technique. Just kind of wipe it off a little bit. That turned out neat.
That's pretty.
You tip this into a journal or cut it up, or then actually when it's dry, you could go back in and color in the white space and color in.
Yep, or you could use your stamps on it or anything.
Yeah.
And then
good stamp around it when it's
Yep.
dry.
Then if you wanted to put it, if you wanted to save it, but still wanted to make a copy of it, put that one next to another one so that you have enough to make a 8.5 by 11 sheet, and then do the back, or run it on tracing paper or vellum or something like that.
I wonder how well alcohol ink would work on there.
If you're doing it and you have your ink all, do you mean to remove stuff, Eileen, or
No, like the one Colleen just did.
if you have your page all with the ink all released. All I know is I can take alcohol and put little drops on, and it does make the spots and the cells that. But you have to put it on precisely, because if you spray alcohol ink on that page with your ink, you're going to have one big giant puddle of alcohol.
No, I meant the colored alcohol ink.
I'll color in it. Color, because it's a magazine image. Like color in the butterflies.
I've never tried it, but that's a good idea.
It is a good idea. You use your alcohol markers, which would probably be easier.
Yeah.
I was making the vintage tape with the alcohol inks, and you and Kathy Berg did some, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you made some? Does it remain slightly tacky on the outside of that tape even after the alcohol inks are dry? Does it on the outside of your tape, did it stay?
No, I don't think it was.
Not on mine either.
Really? That's beautiful, Colleen. That's pretty.
That's neat, because it turned out, it depends how much ink you rub off, but like this has a gray base.
Yep.
Instead of a white base, it has a gray base.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's neat. I would
Try-
never thought that.
Try some alcohol ink on it.
Okay.
I have used the F&W ink kind of to draw on it and stuff like that. And it sticks, it adheres. I don't know how alcohol ink would.
Trying to find my plastic wrap one. Oh, here it is. Where is it? Where did the plastic wrap one go? Oh, wait, I laid a magazine on it.
Eileen, I tried to find Johnny's video where she made the tape. I couldn't find it.
Oh, thanks, Kimberly. Isn't that cool?
Gosh. Is Johnny still here? Yo, Johnny.
Ah, there you go. That worked. Oh, that looks neat.
That did. Oh, that worked good.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool with the plastic wrap.
Yeah, it looks fractured. Very nice.
And then you could, I guess, if you wanted to, you could color that in as
Yep.
well. You could take like everyone's doing the fractured art.
Yep.
You could actually color that in, and voila, fractured art. And then you could leave the dark lines has that color behind it. You know what I mean? So you actually would have that brown and then color in the middle.
Yep. Or if you wanted, you could take a small paintbrush, dip it in the Citrasolv, and then you could, if you wanted even more fractures in it, you can go in with your little tiny, like I'll take a bottle cap. This is how much I use. I'll put 2 spritzes into a bottle cap, take a tiny brush, dip it in the bottle cap, and then I go in and I push the ink around even more.
One you've already done?
Yes. Just put clear glossy tape on parchment. Yeah, I did that. Use a sponge brush, squirt alcohol across, then swipe it with a sponge. And Johnny, it doesn't stay tacky. It doesn't stay.
There, huh? Let me move that out. Yeah.
Oh, wow, Colleen, you took the plastic off of that. That's come out great.
That's neat because with the glow, you can see like this was a person there. And then, I love the glow. I need the light and the dark. But you can see the glow, but down this, you can see everything it is. It's not as good with the words, but that one turned out good.
But see, had you worked a little bit more you should have been able to completely obliterate all of those words. So yes. Okay. When you use your new sponge, you'll see. Now this was out of National Geographic.
Yeah. I see.
See, you're gonna be able to get rid of all those words, and and put a little bit more ink on there than what you've got, and just use a little piece of that sponge, not the whole.
Oh,
Just cut a little piece off. Johnny says no. It's the alcohol ink on the tape dries at once. Okay. Well, I wonder what I'm doing wrong then. And Johnny, I was trying to find your video where you did it, and I couldn't find the video.
she did it on our stream one day. She showed us how.
Oh, she did it on your stream. Oh, that's why.
Our Kathy's, I don't know. I forget which one it was. Mine or Kathy's. Came on and she showed us.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I don't remember when that was either.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
And
I did. She said she learned from Rosemary. I make it all the time. Let me know. I can come on and make it. Takes 2 minutes. Oh, wow. Johnny said she can come on and make the vintage tape if you want.
Come on now. She's not.
Do you have enough liquid on there, Colleen?
I assume so. That's a tough one to figure out. Is how much liquid you have, because it's not like you can.
You gotta have enough on so that when you put that plastic wrap on, when you smush it, you're gonna be smushing ink.
I'll leave it.
Let's see.
Okay. Let me send her a link. Okay, this time I'll leave alone. I'm happy with this one. Okay, I'll lay this one now aside. Let me send Johnny a link.
Oh, Johnny, I got some of that label stuff. That works great with the alcohol ink.
There we go. Okay. I never thought about doing fractal art this way that everybody jumped on doing. I like that idea. Let's see. Is there anything else, anyone in the audience that has an idea wants me to do?
Yeah, clean up the mess.
Clean up. Any questions? Whatever, any ideas? This is fun. I enjoy doing this.
If you're going to use your tray, when you do, you don't have to clean it, because all of that, get a pan that you use dedicated for Citrasolv so that the ink stays in there, and you can use it for more grunge on papers that don't have enough grunge.
We know Colleen, she'll probably take that and bake something on it.
Yes, I'm gonna go cook right now.
Well, the shocker from the other day was that Colleen eats ripe bananas. I never would have thought you would eat a ripe banana.
And she never heard of chocolate-covered bananas.
Yes, I love ripe bananas. See, right now they're good. See, I bought them the other day. They were icky. I was like, blech. When they're green and like, yeah, gross.
You're not old, you're vintage. That's cool.
Isn't that cute? Hi, guys.
It
Hi,
is
Johnny.
Hi, Johnny. Thanks for
What's
popping on.
happening? I found that there's that, and then this one. Hold on, I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, those are neat
It says
stamps.
the fine print, and then to be continued. It was brand new, still in the pack. On eBay, it was 7 gypsies.
Wow.
Yeah, but I just wanted the "You're not old, you're vintage" one. Okay. Oh my goodness, I've had a day. But I've been listening to you girls all morning. Thank you. You kept me company while I got my invoicing done. Packages, all but 5 of them are out on the stoop for the mailman. That makes me very happy.
I want to get mine tomorrow.
Look, it's going out today. All I can say.
Johnny, I have a question for you.
Yes,
Do
my
you
dear.
have any more of those vintage library cards?
At this moment in time, I'm not at liberty to say, would you please send me an email or a message in private?
Oh, okay.
More to follow on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Please come again. Oh, goodness. Okay, so very simple. You can use parchment paper. These are the leftovers of my mailing labels because, the back side is just like paper, but where the mailing label was, it's glossy, non-stick. I mean, it'll stick, but it peels right off. So I just save these for making the tape. And then I use both regular size tape, and it has to be glossy. It can't be a matte tape or sometimes at Christmas time they have that tape that it's, what do they call it, magic tape, where you're not supposed to be able to see through it.
Yeah.
I know. Just okay. The
Yeah.
glossy.
And then I also use just regular packing tape. And I got those new labels. And hang on, let me get the link before everybody asks for it. Copy. These are actually, and they come in all different sizes. These are actually for either book repair, or they used to use them to put over, when they had the little number on the spine of the book, the Dewey Decimal, whatever, they put this over it to protect it. And these are fun. Okay, so there's 3 different things, right? Regular tape, packing tape, and the labels that I just put in. I've got rust and butterscotch. Butterscotch is my favorite. So I'm going to do, and like on this piece of packing tape, it looks like a lot. It's really, really not. But the key to doing this is do it quick and just swipe it quick and get it done, because, and I'll wait a second and I'll go back and show you. If you mess with it a couple seconds after it's done, it gets kind of funky. So I'll show you right here. Like, see how it kind of,
You pull it back off.
it tries to pull back off. But I mean, you can do, whatever. So there's, go ahead.
What color are those? Is that ginger and latte that you're going to use?
No, that was butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Let me hold it up close so you can
And
see.
there's no butterscotch available because Johnny bought them all.
I bought mine a while back from, I can't remember, but they were less than $3 a piece, and I still have 3.
Wow.
I bought like 10 of them.
Wow.
All I have left, I have butterscotch and rust. So, well, maybe if we can get it open. Really?
One of the videos I watched, she uses ginger and latte.
Yeah, those are pretty too. Oh, come on. Now my husband's sleeping. How am I going to do this by myself? Honestly, you guys. Can somebody run over here? And open it? Oh, there we go. I got it. Oh, I'm so strong. All right. And I'm going to use a different sponge. I usually just mark on them what color I used. And see, you get it going really quick, and then swoosh. And then sometimes you have enough left. Didn't really have enough left. And these are just those little labels. And you can see how it repels. So I'll
Yeah.
usually just take like a crafting cloth and dab that, or not. But let me dab it so I can show you how quick this dries. Maybe if I can find one. My room looks like you know what after live sale. Oopsie. Okay. All right, so let me find a semi-clean finger. Okay, see my pinky finger? There's nothing on it.
Yes.
Completely dry.
Whoa.
Well, there's a tiny bit there, but almost completely dry, not tacky.
Wow.
Huh.
Johnny, I know you stamped on the labels. Have you ever stamped on the packing tape or the Scotch tape?
Stamped on the labels. What do you mean?
No, remember you
Oh,
stamped
on this?
on the labels.
Okay, let's give it a second to dry and I'll try it.
But I wonder how it stamps on the packing tape or
I
the
think
Scotch tape.
I did actually, and I think
Yeah, you did on the labels.
I think I have a digi in my shop like that. Let me look. That's funny because if I do, I totally forgot about it. With those ledger cards, maybe. Hold on. I can't believe it's Friday already. This week has gone so fast.
Right?
Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So check out. Yeah, I did stamp on it. And then, yeah, here, check this out. Copy. And if you buy this digi, you can, if you print out, there's some vintage ledger cards, and then I scanned in that tape. You can print that tape out on to this clear sticker paper. Hold on, let me go find it. And it's just like you have vintage tape. One moment. Oh goodness. I thought something was crawling on me. It was a string to my hoodie. I just jumped 3 feet. What am I looking for?
Oh, they look nice, Johnny.
What's Colleen doing? She's awfully quiet.
I'm cutting. I just realized how this magazine that Stewart on Flipped in Half has the word art. So I'm going to cut these dudes out.
I thought maybe you sniffed too much Citrasolv and you were out.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did start to feel a little woozy. So then I just opened up all the windows in the house and got it.
I do mine outside. Okay, printable vinyl, sticker paper, and this is inkjet and laser. Hold on, I'm gonna have to send it to myself.
I can't stream outside though, but I think for sure it needs to be better to do outside. But I have, luckily it's warm and like 60s, and I open windows and fans, so I'm good now.
Nobody can get as high as Paula on Citrasolv.
It's gonna be 90 here today.
Woo!
No.
It's hot.
Hold on.
I don't like 90. That's not comfortable.
That's why I hide inside. Hold on, just taking me a minute to get this link. But I found this sticker paper for way less than I was paying for it. And so you can print on the clear sticker paper and then use it, and it looks just like vintage tape.
I love all the different colors that you can pick. You can pick a color based on, I guess they all look the same, I guess, vintage paper, but you know what I mean, dark brown, yellow.
Right.
What is your preference?
I like all of the colors, and I still, I really need to try the shellac, but I'm impatient. I love the the amber shellac works. I think the color is the most amazing. I just don't have the patience to let it dry. Like if I need vintage tape, like if I don't have a pile. If I need it right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. I need it right now.
So you make these in block.
You showed a journal, I think yesterday or maybe the other day, where you opened it up. I think it was a vintage book or something. You opened it up and it had all kinds of old tape on it.
Oh, that was that scrapbook, and that ended. I think Zoe ended up buying that. Wasn't that cool?
Oh, that was cool.
Nice.
See? Wow.
Oh, that works great.
Yeah, it does work great.
I like those stamps.
I know. And there's. I kept all the packaging because I knew everybody's going to say, "What's it called?" I know you guys, and all it says is collections from the journey, cling-mounted rubber stamps, and then it's not in English because the first word is tampons, and I'm not even kidding. Right there, it says tampons. I don't know. Oh, but there is a SKU and a. Okay, so the top number is. Oh boy.
I think amber shellac. I forgot where they said you can get that. They talked
Everywhere. You get it everywhere. You get it on Amazon.
Is that by Hero Arts?
Hampton Arts.
Hampton Arts, I meant.
Yeah. So I see, I don't know if it's a 0 or an O, 171. Thank you, whoever just bought that. But yeah, that's all it says. And it was just the 3, the you're not old, you're vintage, the fine print, and then, oh, here. And to be continued. That's the 3 stamps that were in there. I found mine on eBay. I was looking for something else. Of course, you know how that goes. Looking for something else. Let's see.
I like how that butterscotch color looks.
Yeah, and if I take the glare off of it, you can see better. And then if I
the lighter, the better it shows up. And then okay.
Yeah. So like here, I'll just test over the top.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
See, I mean, you can still see through it very, very well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, and then this one. I want to put that on a book. Why is she giggling?
Because he had a partial arm and it looked really funny. It's just because I was trying to do arts plural, but then part of his arm is missing, so it looks a little. Okay, it looks a lot strange.
There, I guess words on words aren't a good idea.
Looks good.
Anyway, that's it. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you for showing us.
Well, thank Rosemary for teaching me because, you know, it's been, I love it. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, get me off of here.
She's
Oh
done.
my God, I found that stamp on Amazon.
You found this stamp on Amazon?
Yeah, but I think it's wood mounted. Here's the link.
Let me see.
You think it's what?
Better not be $2 or I'm going to be mad because
No, it's $10.29.
Oh, good. I got a good deal though. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same. Oh, temporarily out of stock.
Oh, well.
Hold on.
At least I found it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. You did good finding that.
You did.
Well, thanks, Johnny, for being on here.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm still planning on, giving you guys a scan and cut, tutorial once I get situated. I've got it. I'm finishing up next month's studio boxes right now. That's what I'm doing. So
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, you guys are gonna love them.
Yeah, I need help, as you know. So
I know.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
and we'll do it off stream first. So
that'd be less embarrassing from my perspective. I look like less of a dumbass. I would definitely like to do it.
no, I mean, and here's the thing. when you're just chilling in your easy chair at night, or you're, sitting at the doctor's office waiting to go in, watch YouTube videos. That's how I learned 99.9% of how to use the darn thing.
Yeah, I should not go live doing something I've never done before. I do that quite often, so it is entertaining for everybody.
Yeah, and everything goes awry, and then it's like, well, great.
Great. You learned nothing, I guess. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna hang up so I can just lurk and work. You guys have a marvelous weekend.
Bye, Johnny. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Darlene is right. She says, Colleen, you are a fearless experimenter. And a lot of times watching you do it from, ground zero helps us all get over the intimidation of a new product. So I think it's great that you do it on camera for us.
Thank you. Oh, thanks, Darlene. That's really nice. That's really sweet, everyone. I always feel like I'm being mocked and laughed at. So
No, not at all. No, you're not. I think you're brave to do a lot of the things that you do. I mean, you're doing it on camera, and it's not recorded. You're doing it live. So
that's true. No practice. So, and then you see what it's like for someone first. So versus someone who's done it a lot, showing you how, like for all the stuff you've learned with doing this process. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you did good, and I have your experience to go on, and it really helped because this, I've never done any of that. Look, there, because these were in the what is this? I think this was in the National Geographic, and so there you go. So I cut the guys the letters apart. It said Stewart or something. So there you go. Now I made something with one of my smeared print things.
Yes. Did you do today's prompts?
I did. Did I do the card? No, I did not do the card. I just wrote it down. And it was what was it? Crumpled paper.
Yeah, Kat said it was crumpled paper, light pink, and dog.
Peggy did hers and posted it on Facebook.
Oh, she did?
Let's see. Why in the world is it not showing my own first? There we go.
Okay, oh, that's come out good. Crumpled paper, pink, and dog.
That's cute.
Some days need a delete button. That's true.
Tune up. Okay, we move it up a little bit. There you go. That's cute. You can see she's got a cute little dog. He's like, oh no. That's cute. Let's see. Anyone else? Ooh, Sherry she is kicking butt on her collage planner. She's keeping up. And then this was last week's, which I think was really cute. Good job. Thanks for doing this every week with us, Maggie. It's fun. It's fun to see what everyone else is doing and playing along. It was cute, right? I do my flashcard. I think where I laid it. Oh, here it is. Okay. I can do this real quick. This is this would be an easy one. Crumpled paper. Got lots of packaging paper. I'm gonna flip it over and work on the back though.
Okay, I'm going to get off StreamYard. I'm going to watch, but I'm hungry. I want to get something to eat.
Okie dokie. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Eileen.
All right, so crumpled paper, pink. I need a dog. Let me some few dog pictures around. See if I can print one off my phone here. I have so many dog pictures. Let's find my printer. It's on the other side. I think I have for fun. Actually, for fun, I have a dog calendar. Could have some fun images. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, the big one. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can take a partial off of this one because it's a giant calendar. Let's see if I can take. Let's see if I can take a partial off of here. That one's cute. Oops. Let's see. There's one for Eileen. Shoot, she already left. Got palm trees and a flamingo. Just saying. Oh, that one's cute. Okay, let's see this one. Might look good too with the brown paper. So we gotta put some pink on here somehow. Let's see.
Yep, light pink.
All right, let's go with this part of his face. I have to lose some whiskers. Okay, here's my dog. Put him here. And then let's do something fun. Like we do like a little bigger piece. Maybe a little, I think he's wearing a little tutu or something.
Or a little bow tie or something.
Oh, that would be cute. That would make more sense actually to do that on top of his head or her head.
Or a bow, yeah, a little crumpled bow or something.
That's a way better idea. And then we can paint it pink.
Yep, that's what Darlene said. He could have a pink bow in his hair.
I do that, you guys. And here. All right, we'll put right there.
That looks cute.
There was. All right, that's adorable. Seriously adorable. And there's a little circle in the middle. Edge it. That's a pink pen here. This might be the easiest one we've done so far.
Yep.
Because I've never gotten one this quickly done since we started this. I have not gotten it done this quick. There you go, pink. Crumpled paper. Let's crinkle a little bit more. Here I can do like a little bend in it like this. Okay, make that crease stay. Oh, I know what I can use. That's the one stuff I have. Let me find it. It's in here. It's called like a It's like a mod. It's like a sticky Mod Podge stuff. Hold on. This one. It's called Hard Coat. Hard Coat, and it makes it stiff.
And that's a Mod Podge brand?
Yeah, we shake it up so it's separated. Yeah, it's called Hard Coat.
Never seen it. Never seen that before.
Yeah, I've watched. Oh boy, here I go again. Super popular on YouTube. She made like the Chinese cookies with it. Like she used this to stiffen up the paper and then folded it, and then it looked like the cookies you get with the little sayings in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super cute. And I was like, that's neat stuff. Put it on the back because it's going to smear the ink probably. And she put this stuff on it, and then it got stiff. And then she was able to like shape it. Just put a little bit like that. And into like a wonton, or what do they call those? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fortune cookie.
Fortune cookie. Gosh, I cannot get that, spill that out of my head. Yeah. And that was a really neat technique. And while it's wet, you kind of sculpt it and then it stays that way. And I thought that was cool. So I dry it just a smidge because I'm streaming, so I'm trying to wait for it to dry. Is anyone's like here's Eileen catching me saying it's somebody. It's like when you watch hundreds and hundreds of people,
Yep.
it's tough.
It is tough.
Oh, I remember Marie Jenkins.
Oh yeah, Lori Marie Jenkins.
Yes, and she did this, and she made like fortune cookies. But I don't remember what material. I don't remember if it was coffee filters or I can't remember what material that she used to make them, and they turned out really, really, really cute. It was well, hey, I remember before we ended the stream, so that's actually pretty good for me. So I'm like, she's famous, like everybody knows who she is. Okay, now since there's that crumpled paper, right? It's just thin. It doesn't hold its shape. Now I can shape his little her since it's pink. We're gonna make it a her. But now I can shape the little bow. I don't know if you guys can see, like this is really stiff now. So this is what it was. All right, and this is how stiff it makes it. And if you put it on a bunch, and obviously it would be even more stiff.
Oh yeah.
She let hers dry. Or whatever. But there's a huge difference. So it did change. It did make it, I guess, a little bit darker. But I hope everyone's having fun, enjoying doing these prompts with us.
Kat put in a link to that Mod Podge stuff. It's Mod Podge Hard Coat.
Oh, thank you, Kat. I had it on there right. Hold on. I can't remember if I got it there, if I got it at Joann's. Like I couldn't remember. Joann's has a lot of the Mod Podge products, and they sell the Mod Podge brushes too that you can get to spread the stuff. I don't know if I would use on the hard coat necessarily, but all right. So now it's neat stuff. It's not like you're not going to use it all the time, but it did come in handy today. And I was like, well, if I don't get it when someone puts a video out or does something like this, if I don't if I don't get it right away, I forget about the product. I forget about the video. It just leaves.
Right.
So I like to throw it in my cart, or if I see it, pick it up just because of my memory, to be honest. Bare minimum, if I can find an Amazon, put up my cart, it serves as like a list.
Yeah. A reminder list. Yeah.
I'm just going to glue the middle so that I can crumple the sides. Okay, maybe you went a little crazy with the glue. I like how I was able to just make something right away with that. Johnny talking, I was able to fussy cut a little bit. And also, you did a lot of talking, so I was able to focus on what I was doing. So
And you can always add a word or whatever to it, you know.
Yeah,
You don't have to.
It does
Yeah.
need a word. What should it say? Woohoo! I don't know. I have to get where we wanted to print out something. I have lots of sayings. I should try to find that real quick. Okay, now I'll quit fussing with the bow. Just leave it. All right, let me find words and leave it go. You know, I don't like to wait. You can see that. I'm all about now. Oh, I wonder if I should use I wonder if I use Dina's words of work, because the tissue paper will, it won't hide the background. Oh, how about stay weird, stay cool? Let's see. That's kind of fun. Epic. Kind of like that. Like epic. I like stay weird, stay cool. These are fun.
Where'd you get those, Colleen?
These are Dina Wakely's tissue paper, and when she put these out, she had said that she was kind of into graffiti at the moment when she did these, and she was making it look graffiti, which I get that because it's all drippy, and the font that she used.
Yeah.
Stay cool. Well, we are artists, so we can say stay weird. Let's see. Everyone's really like, never surrender, stay wild. You like stay wild or epic?
Stay wild.
Stay wild. Okay. Write this down. I actually remembered who it was during the show and everything. So proud of myself. All right, and put that there. Stay wild. Stay weird. Stay cool. Is that one smaller? I'll put this one up here. I don't need it with some words. Good idea. And ink the edges. This is drying, so I'm leaving it alone. Cool thing is, because we're putting them in the box, we can have some 3D elements. So
yeah, they can be dimensional. Yeah.
Because if you're putting them in, when you're putting them in a journal, sometimes you can, or you can, but maybe you don't want the bulk. It just depends. Okay, look how. Okay, do you see that? See how it's staying really stiff, and I'm able to bend it now, and
yeah, it's all staying crumpled.
Yeah, cool stuff. And staying crumpled, exactly. And I can leave it not attached there, which kind of makes it fun and it's wobbly. I know, isn't that the mailman? I kind of missed that one end. That was 3 props, 1 and done. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I think I might use Will the matte medium move the ink around?
No.
No. Okay. I love when I get to use a product I haven't used. I bought that hard coat. It's the first time I've used it. And I never made the cute little fortune cookies that she made. See, I forgot about it. But I did remember the hard coat stuff. Halfway there.
I wonder if it's on your end or my end, but your video quality looks like it dropped down to 144 and it's saying 720. But Eileen, is your video quality dropped?
Oh, actually, I can see my Wi-Fi just went from, okay, it's back. It went from 3 to 1 and then just went back up. Actually, it looks like this actually isn't Wi-Fi. This is hardwired. It looks like my internet got a little weird.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah, because a little thing popped up like on your phone when you're using Wi-Fi. It was saying it didn't have very much. Yeah, I must have had a drop. Don't you love when you're paying for internet?
Oh, yeah.
You're hardwired and then you get drops. Really? I'm hardwired. I mean, when you expect that more with your Wi-Fi. Of course, he's working, so and I don't know how he might have a couple computers going, working, home computer, work computer, so might have a little more drag. That didn't smear the ink at all. That was awesome. It did not at all smear the ink.
Right.
I thought for sure that was going to.
Colleen, do you have any little bling, those little jewels? You could put one of those in the center of her bow, a little pink one.
Oh, that would be cute. Yeah. Instead of a little colored circle, that would look much better. I like that idea. Or like a flower or something.
Yes, a flower or something.
Flower bling. I could do and it's pink. Like that.
Yes. Yep, that's cute.
Then it's pink and I'm still staying with the pink theme. Good idea. Oh, that's cute. That looks better than my circle. Oh, I like that. Let's get that on there. Good. Oh, that looks cute now.
It does look cute.
Look at those eyes. I'm beautiful. You know I am. Seriously, cute dog. You know I'm beautiful. Admit it. Now, it is flimsy because it's a magazine, so I guess you could mount it in your journal on something, I guess, or back it with something.
Yep. Yeah, Darlene says she could have jewel stud earrings too.
Or at least one. She's got one ear showing.
Yep.
She has one little ear, little studs. Let's see if I have anything around jewel wise. Oh wait, I might have peanut thing. Oh, this will work. Do we want pearls or rhinestones?
I don't know. She's really cute.
see what matches better. They're both a little off from our flower. Let's go with pearl. She's pretend they're very expensive pearls. That's a fun idea. Put earrings on. I've done this stuff in a while. Let's see, is that one? Does it look like an earring? Maybe I needed to have a dangle. So that maybe I should have like a little line. Oh, hush. Oh, yep. A neighbor walking her puppies. Oh, my. They don't like when she does that. How dare her. There. Now. She's got her stud. Hey! Her stud, and then there's her bow. Oh, man. So cute. Good idea. Right, again, we're still, I can't believe these were, I know why I have them. They were a free gift from Simon Says Stamp.
Oh, wow. Those are cute.
That's why I have them. I'm going to mount, I think this needs mounted on something. It's too
It's too thin. Yep.
It's too thin. It needs mounted on something. So I feel like it's too,
Yeah, it either needs to be mounted on a page or backed with another Citrasolv page and glued into a book.
You could do a back of another Citrasolv page.
Yep.
Then you could do it as a tip in a book, and you still have another Citrasolv page to decorate.
Yep.
That's a good idea. What the guys want. Let's see, but they're artsy guys, so isn't that cute? They're artsy guys. They do have pink on their shirt. Or we could give them one of these, or we could this on the back.
Yeah.
So when you tip it in, then you still could embellish that. Or do we want something specific on the back? What else I have? It's over here. We did. Oh, wait. I got one more I forgot to pull the plastic off of. Oh, Lordy. Oh, that's going to stick or not. Forgot. Oh, it's good. All right. It actually looks. There you go. That was the one that you said. And I did get rid of all the words and everything.
That's nice. I like that.
That almost looks like a fish, a very angry fish. Oh, cool. That's a neat technique with the plastic. I really like that because you can kind of like force it to look a certain way and then you kind of can't,
Yep.
You're acceptable. Let's see. I'm thinking, I gotta go with that one. This is fun. I can see now I have a big collection of them. Yeah, you get to where you want to. Which way do I want to do it? Ooh, maybe that way. And then it looks like shooting flowers. Let's do that. And then it'd be a little stiffer. I'm glad I got to use one of my calendars because I used to use them a lot more when I did the reverse collage and don't use my calendars like I did.
Do you still buy them or you have enough of
I
them?
do. If I see them marked down, I buy them. Or something really interesting. I still buy them. Not as many, though. Because, if they're marked down, it's hard to resist not buying them.
Right.
Because you're like, well, I might need this. I might come in handy. Yeah. You can like, if I want to buy something, I can make it really legit reasons why I need to. Justify. That's the word. I can justify it very easily. Well, this works out good because his head was floating off the page.
Now, did Kathy buy the scan and cut too?
She did.
Yeah.
Okay, stabby on the back.
Do you know? Did she get it yet? Has
Yeah.
it arrived?
Yeah, she has it. She got it like about a week after I did, or less. She's probably done a little bit more with it than I have, or at least watch more videos. She'll be better at it because she's got the puzzles thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, has a little more recent experience with it. I haven't, where I hadn't done one since the cricket forever ago.
Right.
Okay, there you go. So there's the back, there's the front, and then do a tip in, and then find another image to collage on here. I like collaging on this. This is fun. That's a fun background to collage on. You can make it wherever you want. You could even put your dog on the back.
Yep.
Okay, cute. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, I love doing collage. I don't know how many people like watching it, but I do love to. I do love collage. You thank Dee Dee for getting me doing it. Collage. It's so fun. It's so addictive. Let's see.
Yeah, Dee Dee was here at the beginning. I did.
Yeah, she did. Take it to like this on the back. Got pink. He's too big. That was an easy decision to make. We got a little bit of pink, so I don't want to totally cover it up. Let's do a half again.
I wonder what kind of a dog that is, that little black one. He is so cute. He looks like a little bear.
Look at the quote. We're gonna snuggle and you're gonna like it. I feel like I need to put that one on here. You're gonna snuggle and you're gonna like it. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put this on here. So big. It might be too big. It would be so cute, but the words are, I could just stamp it out smaller and use the quote, make it smaller. He's going to be too big for this guy. Oh, seriously.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do is stamp that out on a, let's see, I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm going to cut half, stamp it out, and that would be adorable. I think that's what it needs. We're going to snuggle, and you're going to like it. I'm going to stamp that out smaller. I love people come up with these things. And then, let's see. I use this side. Let's use this side. We'll cover up the dark part. I don't like the dark part. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So Eileen said, what are you going to use these for? Ha. Ha. Got it. I'm already using it, Eileen. I do a collage with them. And use them as ephemera and tip ins. Cute. Look at that. Let's see, cut his little feet out a little bit more. There's a little more of the paper showing. She didn't think I could do it. There you go. Now we'll have this side and then this side, and then I can add that on there. Now, if we want it smaller, you could have, but it'd have to go over here. So I'm going to leave it big.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
That's cute, is it? Bonus page. He might be a French
bulldog.
Huh. It's all right, and I'll put, use it. I'll stamp this out on the other, but I can put it on this one, and then I can stamp it out smaller for this guy. I love when something else transpires into some other inspiration. You know what I mean? When you wouldn't just sit and think, what am I going to do? Like this, it just happened. You can't.
Yeah, and it turns out perfect.
Exactly. You can't plan on this. Ooh, trying to get off my fingers. We're going to snuggle and you're going to like it. Oh my gosh, who thinks of these things? It's not like they just made it up, I guess. Kind of reminds me of a cat when I think about that quote to a degree too, because you know how they're like, you gotta love me now, and then later on, if you want to, they're like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bye, Gail. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. If anyone does any of these, if you're in our Facebook group, tag Helen in it so she can see your Citrasolv stuff, and so she can see that, because she will like to see it. And I don't think she's on Instagram, right?
No, I'm not on Instagram. Gail said she's going to post her photos. That's good. Of her Citrasolv.
Oh, thanks, Gail. If you can put it, yeah. So I think Helen would see it anyway, but I mean, just in case. That way she could see that everyone who liked it and participated. Just fun for the artists when you pick, people participate. It's just fun. What if I need some stick glue work? I'm going to put it started right about here. So I'd like to see also what, if you make you some Citrasolv prints, what if not now, another time, what you end up using, how you use them.
Right.
I would love to see that. And it gives everybody ideas.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, I didn't think about collaging on it, or I didn't think about, and you could also take a pen, like of course, obviously, a permanent pen, and you could write on top, because it is a magazine. So
yeah, you could doodle on them. You can, do all kinds of stuff to them.
Yeah, so I mean that's fun too. Where's and? Wait a minute, there it is. I should, this is when I need to go grab my tweezers, right? But no, what do? I just struggle with it. So I got to go look for them. Now, actually, I took my thing off the desk that usually sits behind. It has scissors and tweezers and stuff, and I moved all that out of the way behind me, so I'd have room to work. And today, and I have to worry about splashing everything. Just give me a few inches. I always box myself in, and Tom's like, "Why do you keep all that on your desk?" I'm like, "Because I just like the stuff I use constantly."
The most, yeah.
So otherwise I have to keep going and getting it. I guess I just don't feel like going and getting it every time.
Well, a lot of times you get up to go get one thing and you get distracted, and so if you don't have it right there at hand, it's like you may forget that you want it. At least I do.
Yeah, or it's like walking into a room. You're like, why'd I walk in here? Then I walk back out, and I'm like, okay, rewind. go back to what I was doing. I'm like, oh, that's right. Now I remember why I went in there, and I walk back in and do it. Oh, those moments. Oh gosh, it's just like really. Oh, that's pretty good. So I made a ton of pages, and we made the card and collaged. Get my fingers wiped off before I pick up all those, and then collage. So I'm pretty happy with how much I got done.
That looks cute.
A little tip in, and oops, I hope I had that stuck down better. And the lid off. I'm going to show you my pieces laying next to me real quick. Okay, this is what we got. I got next that I did besides those. There's that one coming in. There is the
Yeah.
plastic wrap one. Let's see, another plastic wrap one. These I just smeared and left like the walrus is still showing. This one I like because it's mountains, so I'll cut this in half. I love that because it looks like mountains. Then we tried stencils.
Yep, that come out good.
This one we left because it turned out really cool because it.
Oh yeah,
with this
that
dude,
is cool.
This dude over here, and like you can see her still, and then look, and then there's her arm.
Yeah,
that's almost creepy, right? Okay, then we had this one.
That's pretty.
Okay. Then this one turned out like this because this was dark, this was light. So
that's nice. That is nice.
Yeah, so keep that in mind for the stencils, when you lay that down. And that one turned out good. That one I kind of just basically smeared it too much where I lost I had nothing but gray left, but then it works out for a stencil. That one.
That's pretty.
This one's crazy cool.
That is cool.
And then this one. I remember I liked this one because it had some of the words, but when you turn it this way, you get almost like a castle. Ooh,
You've got mail. You got stencil chick. Scary mementos.
Oh, my book from Maddie. Thanks. Or Patty. Maddie, they rhyme. I'm getting all messed up. And then this one I really like. And then the little lit up skull building. It was like, I don't know.
That's cool.
Always reminds me of a cave or something. And then this is one that I did.
That's pretty. That's pretty.
It's faded out, but then you have all that movement, and the same with her. She's faded out, but then you have all that going around her. I really like that.
That one is beautiful.
So I think that my favorites are the ones with color versus no color. Like I could see why you're doing this because you would probably want to go and fill this in. But I definitely say this reminds me of a monster. It's an eye, and a mouth. I would swear that reminds me of like a ghost or something. Wow. But these two I really like, I think, because they're colorful. And I can this one's neat because it looks cavernous. And this one almost looks, you can look at it however you want. Like you're gonna have to look at these and figure it out. Like when I look down here, it's like an image sitting on top of a building. It's just weird. Look at that.
I know.
It's like, isn't that crazy?
It is crazy because it doesn't represent anything that was on there originally.
No. But then you could also look at this as like waves or butt cheeks or I don't know.
Anything. Yeah.
Whatever your imagination takes you. So I do think I like the done on purpose, left alone. I also like the surprising results of some of these too. And when you're turning them around, it gives you different perspective. When I look at it like this, it almost makes me think of, you're a castle or a waterfall. Like, I feel like you gotta, and then something like this is what it is, right? Just an art stencil. But like with her, look at that. Just, it's weird. But then you made me go, well, I don't even care about her. I'm just going to use this part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at this. Looks like a dinosaur.
Or little zombies or something.
Zombies or skulls. There's some crazy stuff in here. So depending on what part you use. Look right here. Look. Look at this. And that was her shirt. So it's just, and then this almost looks like an eye, a crooked stitched mouth. Like, you could take this in any direction you wanted to, I think that I always see shapes and everything. So for me, that's easy to do. Did you guys want to see Patty's thing before we leave?
Yeah.
Book. Oh, glad you had a great day. Thanks, Darlene, for being here. Thanks for being so supportive and kind. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Darlene.
This is the new Stencil Girl Club stencil. It's supposed to be like a map.
I don't think we can see it if it's on white. Do you have something dark?
Definitely need something dark. Oh, maybe her. There.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's supposed to look like a map. That's kind of cool. And here's the bigger one.
That's pretty.
This would be unique to use on them that we just did.
Yeah.
Now, what if I took the Citrasolv and just laid it on a calendar page and just with the dry eraser and did that?
It'll come off. It'll work.
With your calendar, so you could do that with your calendar too. So you could just go in and just
as long as there's no varnish, really thick varnish on the page, then it will work.
Okay. Let's see, Patty's. I'm gonna show you the book. I mean, if you were there to say everyone saw it, but I'm gonna show it real quick. Poor doggy. He's got glare on his face. Ugh. Hold on, I need some scissors. Wow. She backed this up good, I'll tell you that. I'm excited to see the journal because she made the journal, and this is the stuff that she took and gave all the money to help the Ukrainians find shelter, and she donated.
Oh yes, yeah.
This is from that sale, and I bought this from her sale, so she did that, which is really, really nice and generous. Oh, it looks so good. Look how good she is at this.
Wow,
It's so pretty.
that is pretty. I love that.
It's like, oh man, look at that. And she has some vintage ephemera on there. Some looks like scrap paper, maybe some sort of waxes or something, or maybe it's just pink. I don't know. And then she did it like a scrapbook album with the pens. I've never seen it
with the post bindings. Oh yeah,
I've never seen anyone do that before. This, honestly, I've not seen any now. Let's see how well it's going to open. It may be hard to open now. Maybe I may have done. Okay, you guys have to work at it, so you're not going to be able to get it. It's not going to lay flat. So that is probably the only downside to the post. It's not going to lay totally flat. And this is really thick paper she put in here. This is really thick cardstock. So if you want to lay, it's not going to lay flat. So I may have to, I don't know, I'll decide what I want to do. If I'm going to undo it and just redo the binding and just use her cover and papers and redo the binding so it lays flat. But I love it. Is beautiful, and I appreciate getting this. So, but I think I'd rather it be flat. So I think I'm going to undo these somehow. Somehow figure that out. I ask her if I've struggled with getting this out. I'll ask her how to do it so I can redo this to make it flat. Okay, but it's a beautiful book. I really appreciate it, Patty. Thank you very much. And that's a lot of cardstock in there. You can take the papers out, and put them in again. That's what I was thinking. Is I want to use the papers in the cover, and it looks like it's attached here. So I think that's what I'll do. Is redo that. And it's perfect. This is probably quicker for her to do for sure versus having to stitch this in, the signatures or whatever. So very much appreciate this. Okay, I will let you guys go. Thanks, Helen, for teaching us and spending the day at this, and Eileen and everybody in chat. And I will see you probably tomorrow at Maddie's. And I'm not sure if anyone's on tonight. I don't know. So
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kat and Mods, for helping out.
Oh, you're welcome. See y'all later. Thanks, Star. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Colleen.
Bye.